Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Respect the Game podcast. As you can see, we are not at full strength. Don't know if our brother Sean Hart is gonna make it in on tonight. Coach Johnson is probably doing some homework right now. But this is a
That nigga don't know nothing about basketball, no way.
But this is a special edition of the Respect the Game episode, coming fresh off watching the NBA Finals. The champions are the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the NBA Finals MVP, finishing with 50 points. Sedacious, I know you for certain had the Milwaukee Bucks in 7, but they did you one better and finish the job in 6. I was rooting for the Suns and Devin Booker. Darnell, I know you said you just kind of really want to see a good series. So I mean, I'll let you take it away, Sedacious. Take your time.
No. I'm gonna let you niggas say it. I'm gonna let y'all talk about it because I already know why they want
it. All right, so I started off. My biggest takeaway is. I mean, it's not breaking news, but the Bucks are the better team, and the reason I say that is because throughout watching the game, specifically Game 6, I sensed in the play on the court, Mike Budenholzer versus Monty Williams. The Suns were trying to outscore the Bucks, while the Bucks were trying to out execute the Suns. Right. And I think that showed tried and true. Devin Booker, he struggled in this game mightily. Devin Booker finished the game with excuse me. Devin Booker finished the game with 19 points, going 8 of 22 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3. With 6 turnovers, right? So obviously he had the 2 back-to-back 40-point games. One could argue, had Chris Paul showed up in one of those games, the Suns could have stole a game in Milwaukee. Chris Paul had 26 points, 5 assists, 1 for 2 from 3, 11 of 19 from the field. Then you had Jay Crowder, 15 points.
Now connected to Rashida Doe's iPhone.
15 points for the Bucks. You had, bro, I probably got to do a documentary on PJ Tucker, bro. But me and you was talking about this Sedacious in terms of he's probably one of the ultimate stat leaders and stats that are not kept. 36 minutes playing in the game, playing defense on Chris Paul and Devin Booker and whoever else any other assignment he had got out there. Gave you 6 rebounds, again, no points, but he was a plus 13 from the floor. And obviously, like I said, he has those type of stats that do not get accounted for. Giannis on the season was a 55% free throw shooter. In this game, on top of his 50-point game performance, he went 17 of 19 from the free throw line, 89%. Real quick insert about Giannis. As the weight of the games grew, so did Giannis's game, point blank, period. Obviously, I'm on record saying he can't Euro step, or he doesn't have a go-to move. His game is extremely limited. With his game being limited, the Bucks will never win a championship. And like I said, his game continued to grow at the free throw line. Like I just said, 89% from the free throw strike. Giannis's go-to move was obviously the running momentum Euro step, and he absolutely dominated his matchup against DeAndre Ayton. And that's all he needed to do in terms of his matchup. But what I think was beautiful, going back to talking about the actual the Bucks trying to out execute the Suns versus the Suns just trying to find a way to outscore the Bucks, is though Giannis had 50 points, that game would not have been won without every single effort made from every player from the Bucks who stepped out on the floor, out on the floor, and that is just what you call beautiful team basketball, right? The unsung hero, obviously, without a doubt, is Bobby Portis. I believe he was averaging 9 points on the series in this championship closeout game. He had 16 points, going 6 of 10 from the field, and was 2 of 5 from 3. So that 16 points was heavily needed. Drew Holiday, 12 points. And then you had Chris Middleton, 17 points. Brook Lopez, 10 points. And I mean, shoot, bro, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got minutes. I mean, they had what, 7 man? Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They had 8-man rotation this game. The Bucks did. Out of that man rotation, had 5 guys on the stat sheet to score. I mean, so shoot, 16 bench points. All of those were by Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton, big shots late in the fourth quarter. So yeah, on top of Giannis's 50 points, every point that was scored, every rebound that was had was essential to the Bucks winning. It was a beautiful team effort. It was not hero ball, despite Giannis's 50 points. When Giannis got the ball, it was either in transition or, hey, we're going to run this play to make sure we get Giannis the ball. All right, we need to get Chris Middleton the ball, get Giannis a break. We're going to run a set to make sure, hey, Chris Middleton gets his mismatch. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking about Devin Booker, and when I was watching him play, Devin Booker did have some bunnies that he just flat out missed. Very, very, like, what are you doing, Devin? And you try to ask yourself, do you give him grace for what he's already done in the play or already done in this series with the back-to-back 40-plus point games and be like, all right, somebody get him some help. Like, maybe he's entitled to have, like, a bad game in this series, considering what he's done. But, like, when all the chips is on the floor, I don't know what kind of grace should be allotted to anyone, right?
Bro,
considering
bro, they shouldn't have. They fucked up at the beginning of this series when they put Kobe Bryant on that boy. That's what they fucked up at. When they put Kobe Bryant on, not his mind thinking, oh, shit. You know what I mean? And he just, nah. It was another nigga who had trained with Kobe Bryant, actually, and who was like, nah. I got my shit together, and I'm going to take this home. I've been waiting 4 years. I've been getting eliminated for years. Fuck y'all.
That too, right? So you have, like, obviously when Kobe went on his stretch of challenges to different, like, players and superstars around the league, and, like, Giannis was like, yo, I'm still waiting on my challenge. And he was like, MVP. You know, that's what Kobe challenged Giannis to do. Giannis didn't want better back-to-back MVPs. Kobe, salutes him, was like, hey, that's what's up, MVP. Now, next challenge, championship. And Giannis has done that. Real quick, I'll say this about Devin Booker, and then I'll toss it to y'all. I go back to Devin Booker's 70 points against the Boston Celtics. And that 70 points was beautiful, like no one other could have imagined, right? But it was still in a losing effort. And so I thought about that game a lot as I watched him play tonight, because every time he touched the ball, I didn't sense that Devin Booker was trying to make a play. He was just trying to make a bucket. Now, don't get me wrong, Devin Booker, you are coming into your own and being like a high prolific scorer. Like, it's not your job. It may not necessarily be your job to try to create for other people. That's what you got Chris Paul for, right? Like, you should have to only worry about scoring. But I feel like he did it so much to the point where, like, it was to his detriment going back to game 5, when he got caught up in transition. They didn't call the timeout to run a play. He got caught up, turned around, and Drew Holiday stole the ball from him, and Drew Holiday sanded himself. Yo, I was able to take that gamble because everybody and their mama knew Devin Booker wanted to shoot that ball, right? And so going into this series, every time Devin Booker touched the ball, he was trying to score. He wasn't necessarily trying to make a play. And it wasn't like he was trying to score it was a handful of times maybe where like he got the ball out of a play and it was like, okay, that was a nice play designed for Devin Booker to get a nice look. It's like he got to back down for 5 seconds. He's like killing the ball. They now moving the ball and sharing it. It's like, let's stop and watch Devin Booker go to work. Granted, yeah, one could argue, he has the green light. You know, one may say his green light may be even more greener than Giannis's, but like it did not. Devin Booker's play to like get a bucket every time I touch the ball was not incorporated into it was not incorporated into playing championship winning basketball. And I think Kobe would tell him that. I think Kobe kind of been down that hole before where it's like he realized like I can score all the points in the world. It's not going to give me a championship. Like I need guys, I need pieces, or I need a system. I may have the guys and pieces, but I need a system that's going to not only help me and make it easier on me, but also continue to empower other teammates around me. You know what I'm saying? Like when guys are stepping up, it may be a position, it may be a second rebound opportunities. Oh, this guy's open. Shoot the three. Why don't you, Jay Crowder? And I just feel like how Devin Booker went out trying to play this game, it didn't mirror, championship winning basketball. He's still young. He hasn't been there before. So he doesn't know what it takes to actually win the championship. And this is only his first time actually entering in the playoffs. So that's something to think about. But again, that's what you like to believe that you bring guys like Chris Paul there for, to bring him along and be like, yo, this is how we do this. This is how we do that. You know what I'm saying? So those are my initial thoughts coming off the NBA Finals series with the Bucks winning the championship. Yeah, the floor is yours. Malcolm X.
Yo, my long-winded brother. This is around 4 to 5 years, brother, of a team having a goal and not willing to give up the core idea of how they want to win, period. They want to be led by Giannis. They want one other person to back them up, and they need a team to support them. They tried to do it with Bledsoe, and Bledsoe was just not doing a big enough part. They brought in Holiday. He stepped up to the fucking plate. Every year they played, they showed improvement, but they let a flaw get them out of the playoffs. This year, they didn't let they could have had a flaw, and they just said, no, we're on a mission. They said, we're going to play our basketball the way we like to play basketball, and we're going to be successful. And they did. And it's not the most likable way. It's not threes every day. It's not even dunks all day, except from Giannis. It's just good, pure basketball. You know what I'm saying? It reminds you of basketball before three-point line became
I'm not sure if Black Peace.
Am I tripping? Okay, I thought I was tripping. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he froze or
pretty much what he was trying to say was Giannis was never gonna not win this whole. After game 2, they were just playing with their food. They was like, all right, we got these niggas 4 straight. Y'all ready? 4 straight. Zip. That's it. They definitely sweep these niggas if you let me tell it.
Yo, Sedacious, like I know we can't completely erase the first 2 games that the Suns won, but I was looking at that too. I was like,
oh yeah, y'all niggas not winning again. I bet y'all won't win again.
not after the first 2 games. I'm talking about now after it's over. I'm like, bro, this is like, I know we have like sweep, then we have the 4-1 gentleman sweep, but like what do we call the quintessential
right?
Like,
what we call when like literally your crowd gave you 2 games.
You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I'm like, y'all really lost it in 4 straight. Like, I don't even know if we can acknowledge like the 2 games. I mean, I don't want to say can't acknowledge. I mean, you won your first 2, but like, they lost 4 straight.
Chris Paul, just like he did in Game 6 against the Clippers, I said, this ain't the motherfucking Clippers. What are you talking about? Why would you compare them to them? That's so disrespectful. Like, Yeah, but Chris Paul's gonna come alive. I'm like, nigga, no. Chris Paul got 3 minutes to scorch them niggas when the game start. And if he don't, Monty Williams is gonna feed the ball to Devin Booker. That is it. That's it. I told you, if they started Cameron Payne, I'm scared. If
Bro,
they start Cameron Payne, I'm scared. I said,
Sedacious, bro.
Oh, yep, they lost.
Bro. Cameron Payne is 4. Bro, Cameron Payne only played 10 minutes.
What was his percentage?
4 for 6 from the field. 66%, 10 points. 2 for 2 from 3.
Yeah.
Only played 10 minutes
I'ma
because
tell you
Monty Williams wanted to be so loyal to Chris Paul.
Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, if they start the game with Devin Booker, well, Mikal Bridges did start. Cam Johnson starts, Mikal Bridges, and Devin Booker. I'm scared of that team. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Cam Johnson or Cam Payne?
Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne. If Cam Johnson get to come off the bench, and that's a good little rotation, oh my Lord. But now that the series is over, I can tell y'all where they really lost. What they really, really lost is when Sarkic went down before the final started. It's like that's when it was like no more hope for them because there's no one to spell DeAndre Ayton besides that one nigga that ain't played all year. The one white boy that come in.
What's his name?
Yeah, he got some trash buckets. He got a couple trash buckets, kind of supplemented a little bit.
Frank Kaminsky.
Yeah, Kaminsky. But when Sarkic went down, it was like, oh shit, yeah, no, y'all done. Because y'all got to deal with Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, and Giannis. And if the Thanasis come in, and they didn't need him. Like after the first 2 games, after game 3, Thanasis didn't play no more.
Man, bro, I think it is a big indictment on. This is what I think. I think Monty Williams' relationship with Chris Paul got in the way of us seeing Cameron Payne shine in these NBA finals.
Yeah, you might be right about that. I didn't think about that, but then you got to think about it too. Like, can you look Chris Paul in the eye if you didn't let him go down? Let him go down shooting.
But he didn't. He
And
was down passing.
I couldn't. I can't do it. And so it's fucked up because they were showing a commercial. They did a little commemoration for Monty Williams, and I was like, "Oh shit, here they go with the Illuminati."
The Illuminati.
They did it up. Did it up. Luckily, Giannis was like, "Fuck the Illuminati." Illuminati, I'll think about it.
So
these free throws hit like a 12. Got it. Feel that.
So watching the game, right? So going back to Chris Paul. From Stat Muse. Chris Paul is the first player ever to blow 4 2-0 leads in a best-of-7 series. So 2008 had a 2-0 lead versus the Spurs. 2013 had a 2-0 lead versus the Grizzlies. 2015 was up 3-1 versus the Rockets. 2016 he was up 2-0, but he had the broken hand. 2018 was up 3-2. Had the hamstring with the Rockets, and obviously this 2021 season was up 2-0 versus the Bucks. What does this do for Chris Paul? Like, was this like how much of a stain, if any, is this on Chris Paul's legacy as the point guard as he's been held for so many years?
Bro, so I think Chris Paul. That's it. It's a wrap, bro. And I don't like to speak on character, so I'm gonna just let that be, bro. But, hey, that's just how I've always felt about it. You know what I mean?
Could you expound a little bit?
I just feel like Chris Paul is like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like he's a certain type of way on the court. And I ain't never fuck with his type of basketball player. So it's just like, I understand that he's probably a great person off the court, but we on the court, he's just like one of those guys. He's like, you like when shit go right for you, but when shit don't go right for you, you want to cry. And it's just like, I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just play basketball. I see LeBron James all the time be like, cause he finna fuck somebody up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chris Paul is just like, you know what I'm saying? They just gave you a 4-point play. And just because you literally foul somebody, you crying because they call a foul. So it's just, I don't have nothing against Chris Paul. It's just like, just seeing him play, you could just see how, you know, and he want to win. That's what people say. He want to win. He want to win. And it's like, bro, but to what extent? Like, you do have to be the better player, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't want all this shit to work for you to want to win. And don't get me wrong, Chris Paul is a really good player, but it's just that attitude that I can see when he playing. And I just, like, hey. Like, even when he was playing LeBron, like, them niggas was not friends at all.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away, Donnell.
Black Peace. Black Peace.
Yes.
If any, what
Yes,
type of
sir.
stain? What type of stain does this bring to Chris Paul's legacy?
Shoot, man, it's tough, man. The rest of the team that have no playoff experience. You're relying on all of his playoff experience to be successful. So, I really don't think it harms him to us. I don't think it harms him. It was kind of the responsibility of his team to step up. He got him to the 2-0 lead or helped him to the 2-0 lead. So I can't put this on Chris Paul. You just have to suffer with the team, though.
That's an interesting. No, I'm not tripping on what you said. I'm just saying that's an interesting way to put it. I know in the first quarter, right? I know like the crowd was doing their best to like get the Bucks to like a 25-point lead, like out the gate. But what's funny is like going back to just like out executing the Phoenix Suns. The Bucks were up by 13 at the end of the first quarter, and I believe that had little to do with the crowd and everything to do with the Bucks just playing proper team basketball. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, the second quarter, Chris Paul comes alive. He has 10 points. And they're kind of just exploiting like that double pick and roll, getting Giannis off balance. Chris Paul, he was short with a lot of his shots at the elbow, so he kept working his way a little bit deeper to the basket, to the rim, and then a fadeaway over Giannis, and was able to get some momentum with that. And had 10 points, and the Suns go about 5 at halftime. Yeah, he was balling. He was balling. And then the third quarter, they're like going back and forth. Drew Holiday, he hit a couple, but I mean, like it was more so of like a team effort. Devin Booker started to like get shots going for him because he only had like 4 points in the first half, I believe, and so it's tied 77 all, you know, going into the fourth, and I mean, bro, like young, I don't know. Let me see how it turned out on the stat sheet, because I know at one point, again, for maybe the second or maybe third, but I'll say second just to be safe for accuracy and being correct. Giannis shot 17 free throw attempts. Giannis shot 19 free throw attempts by himself. The Phoenix Suns as a team shot 19 free throws. And one could be like, oh, the calls, this kind of goes into like the foul conversation. D-Book don't get superstar calls. Have y'all paid attention? Do y'all feel like that? But I feel like that. Superstar calls in the sense that like, yo, he got fouled. Why did you call that? It's just like, you know, those benefit of the doubt calls like the superstars get. I don't really feel like they were those.
So you're talking about one specific foul where PJ Tucker really does foul him when he poked the ball away, and they don't call that foul. But the reason why they don't call that foul, and Poochie, you would agree to this, and Danielle, you too, is because sometimes the ref can see if you really working hard, if you really balling, well, if you just like fucking there. You know what I mean? And PJ Tucker in your shit, they see this nigga hustling, really getting after it. You know what I'm saying? They letting it all play out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you, but I'm like, nah. They're not giving you them hoes because they know you a shooter. And it's hard, it's easy to not, it's easy to call a foul on a shot. Contact on the shot, easy. Defense, going up in the paint, that shit is like, that's bang bang. It's really hard. They ain't give it to him. And then PJ Tucker is known for his defense too. So it just wasn't Devin Booker's night. And the referees knew that. They're like, man, even PJ Tucker on your ass. This is like,
yeah, no.
Remember that some officials live by that rule of, you know, the ball, your hand is part of the ball. And I mean, that's just, it varies from ref to ref. I feel like you have refs that'll call it, you touch their fingernails a foul. And then you have refs where it's like, you can smack their whole entire hand. And it's like, nope, that's play ball. And it's just, it's the way it goes. You got to cater to the way that the officials are officiating the game. You can't sit there and go playing the whole time. You got to stop playing like that. Well, against us, we got to cater to it. You get wrapped up in their job. Do your job, let them do their job. I mean, I don't believe in that, like that foul shit, man. Like, it sucks. It burns, but I don't believe in that whole, like, oh, it's a stop. No, that's just the way they officiate. If you're a real superstar, you either figure out a way to cater to their officiate. That's what LeBron has done. LeBron gets heckled about what he does, but he's catering to their officiate. He's catering to what will actually get him his fouls.
But he gets the reason why James Harden gets those calls is because James Harden played enough basketball to get deep enough into the season, like playoff basketball, for those refs who always ref all those games to be like, oh, okay, we're calling that every time for James Harden. Oh, we're calling that every time for LeBron. We're calling that every time for Giannis. Every time for Kobe. Every time for Elijah Wan. Who the fuck is this Devin Booker? Y'all know who is he?
He don't get the benefit of the doubt for those calls, right? That's what I'm saying. Whether or not he deserves them, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't have that cachet or that rapport with referees or that stigma to be like, oh no, that's D Book. We got to get him that call. That's what I'm saying by that.
No, they don't give him that. He ain't earned that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they was giving Kobe those fouls when he got shot because 9 times out of 10 the nigga was fouling Kobe when he shot. Like 9 times out of 10, it's like they run the replay back. Nigga really didn't foul Kobe, but it's like, yeah, you gonna foul him next time. So
yeah, D Book, he hasn't garnered, I don't think, in this particular series, I guess you could say, like, again, like D Book missed some bunnies. He missed some bunnies. He missed
a critical 3 shot too.
When they was down, I want to say 3 or
yeah, I want to say he down like 6 maybe.
Yeah, and they called the time, and they ran a set for Devin Booker, and
he missed the 3.
He missed it. It was as good a look as he was gonna get, and I want to say Crowder ended up with the rebound, and he tried to shoot a 3 too, and they missed back to back 3. And like I was just like, D Book, you're only as good as your last game, as they say. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy, Sedacious? You know what's crazy, Darnell, is that like D Book has always been praised for like his success in the regular season. And I don't think the tide is necessarily gonna change on D Book. But like if he's one who's like if he's one into like social media and comments, like he's gonna see like how quick people can switch on you or how easy the narrative can change like once you like reach big boy status of the NBA playoffs, all right? So yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna be I'm so impressed by how well the Bucks played as a team, Darnell, that I'm not convinced that I don't believe it was a fluke. Obviously, we can go back and we could talk about like they were like a shoe size if coulda, woulda, shoulda. That like I don't like I said, I don't think it's a fluke, and I truly believe that going into next season, like if they still are like put together, as a team, and they don't really lose no guys, which I don't think is gonna be the case. Like I see them as like respectable contenders because of how well they play team basketball.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jay Rue, man. Big ups to fucking Jay Rue. Like, consistently putting up 20. If like what a couple games were like 18 to 16. Like, dude is, God Lord, the way that team is just formulated itself, and then when things need to be done, you got Brooke Lopez stepping up, you got Bobby fucking Portis stepping up. It's just goddamn, like the chemistry is like it's what we want. Like they went to the, like I said before I got cut off, they went to the playoffs like 4 times, and out of those 4 times, 3 times they're supposed to make it to at least the Eastern Conference Championship, and they failed. And for them to just come back and just be able to do it the way they did, I'm like, bro, like that's a team on a mission. And I can't say Golden State quite. I can't say Chicago Bulls quite, but they're trying to build a franchise, man. They're trying to build a dynasty. So I don't know, man. Like the way they played, they looking like they ain't trying to go nowhere. Middleton, this is going to give him more confidence.
Yeah, like you said, that with the Bucks were just the better team.
So I think sometimes I was thinking about this a while ago, right? And obviously most of us we are all like admirers of like Kobe Bryant, and the LeBron Jameses and so forth. And hero ball, something like hero ball, I think has like a wrong like narrative right now. Like there are some games where like, you know, you got your T-Max, you know, or your T-Max with 13 points and 33, or your Reggie Miller's like 9 points in like 8 seconds or whatever it is. And you had Dame's game 5, I think that was with the double overtime that he had forced, and they ended up losing to Denver. And right. You had those games, right, where he forces a game, he forces overtime, and not only that, he forces double overtime. Like you have those types of games, right? Where it's like it's hero ball, but it's necessary because the team is not giving you Nathan. And so you can kind of become hypnotized into thinking that's like a true proven way to like win a game, but you'll get fooled into thinking it's a true proven way to win a championship. And the thing about the false narrative about hero ball and thinking they can win the championship is because sometimes when you have superstars in these positions of the NBA finals, and you have the Jordan, Jordan's like final shot, over the Utah Jazz for his 6th NBA championship. Like you think like, oh man, like you would have damn near thought, right? You would have thought Jordan scored all those points. You know what I'm saying? But like that was far from the case. Jordan had a team around him, and collectively as a team, they worked themselves up all the way to be able to be put in that position where Jordan, we just need one shot from you, bro. That's all we need from you, bro. And like people erase the team ball that went leading up into that moment and just labeled it as like the superstar took the final shot and Jordan is Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And going back to like Giannis's like 50 ball, it's like you'll be fooled into believing that like, yo, Giannis's 50
he took over the game. He
took over the game. But if Drew don't show up and he have a horrible night, or he got like 3 points less than his 12 points, if Chris Middleton has 1 or 2 more extra fouls and he had to sit on the bench a little while longer, you know what I'm saying? If PJ Tucker may have got into it with somebody, got a technical foul, if Bobby Portis didn't have the minutes or took the shots that he normally don't get, or the extra few shot attempts that he normally don't get, like Giannis
he has some critical buckets too.
Critical. Like Giannis's 50 would have been in a losing effort. And so for people out there who may get hypnotized by, hero ball and thinking that like that's a proving well, like all you need is a superstar and just get in the ball and move out the way, like that is furthest from the truth. Like you think about like a situation, going back more in time, the Kyrie shot Game 7 NBA Finals over Stephen Curry, like that shot doesn't come about if like LeBron isn't playing team ball and gets the gets
Andre Dollar block.
the Andre Iguodala block. Yes, they may be down 2 and Kyrie can still come down and make that shot, but just in terms of the transition and like what led up to that, right? And it wasn't just that one shot or that one give me the ball, move out the way shot that won the game. It was a collective team effort of plays and points that were had that led up to where all we gotta do is give you the ball, Kyrie, and get the hell out the way. You know what I'm saying? And so and I think a lot of the times, like for my picking of like who wins what series and whatever the case may be in like NBA Finals is like, I feel like in the NBA Finals for the most time, like, you know, barring injury, like you truly do have like the 2 best teams. You truly do have the 2 best teams from the East and from the West. And I feel like most times I think my pickings have like come down to like, if I need one bucket, who is the guy on that team that I can almost bet my life on getting me that one guaranteed sure bucket? And like I've kind of always like based my like pickings on like, all right, I'm gonna ride with that player and whoever team he's on, like that's who I'm gonna go with. Right. I think coming into like this series, like for me, that guy was like, I'm gonna take D Book. You know what I'm saying? I just need one bucket and I just need to get one clink. I'm gonna take D Book all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And like I've definitely that way of like that philosophy of like picking for me, I would say in this playoff stretch, really, not just the NBA Finals, is like definitely changed a bit in terms of just being like, which team not only has that superstar that can get you that one bucket if you find yourself in a situation where you need it, but also does that superstar player have the team around him that can play consistently enough to put him in that position? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you gotta average about damn near 15 points a quarter just to keep your team in it, you may honestly not have much to give if it comes down to one shot. And I know, again, the heroism would say, you're not tired, push through, give it all you got. But it's just like, we've been realistic, bro. And we coming into this situation. Everybody and their mama know I'm about to take this shot. So I'm about to have 50 hands in my, 20 hands in my face.
Give me this shit.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I would say that definitely has helped shape my perspective in terms of just like looking at the game a lot more deeper. In terms of just like team play versus like, heroism play. So yeah, man. So yeah, yeah. Whether you have any, I guess, closing remarks, Dacius?
All y'all niggas, I'm coming to get my money soon. So y'all have my shit on Friday.
Did you I know Isaac places bets on the game. Did you have any bets? Oh yeah.
I have bets in the streets and I have bets on my apps, so I'm good.
Yo, Pat Connaughton didn't give you no buckets tonight though. You didn't lose a lot of money on him, did you?
I didn't bet on that nigga.
Very wise, very wise, very wise.
They projected Bobby Portis to shoot 0.5 threes. You know how many he made?
2.
He made 1.
Oh, he made 1?
Yes, sir. They had him projected to go 0.5. I said he was going over that, and he gave me 1. I won. I cleared off that. That nigga made the 1 3. I was jumping up and down too. I need that 1, Bobby. No, let go. All right, beautiful people. So it's been real.
Hold on, I wanna give the people these stats real quick.
I was gonna say, you wanna wait for Darnell to come back on this, huh?
No, I think he on a little mini vacay, so I don't think he's gonna keep trying to come in, even though his Wi-Fi acting. I think he's probably down for the night.
Oh, he on the mini vacay?
Yeah.
Good for him. Not for real. Not for real, bro. My boy's going hard with 4, kid. I can't imagine.
And I think he had all of them with him on the mini vacation.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah, hey, got to get it how you live.
Okay, so players in NBA history to score 50 points in the NBA Finals. You got Bob Pettit, you got Elgin Baylor, you got Rick Barry, you got Jerry West, you got Michael Jordan, you got LeBron James, and now you also have Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, yeah, man. And yeah, man. Again, Giannis's game 6 stat line: 50 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks. And I mean, shit, average well over 30 a game. So yeah, man. Pretty sure this is not the last of the NBA Finals we talking about. We just want to give y'all a quick reaction. Probably have all the guys on next episode to talk more about it. But yeah, man, we thank y'all for tuning in. As always, please make sure you following at EMAC Stats for all your up-to-date sports coverage, high school, pro, and college level. Follow at Black Peace, follow at Shine Hard Izzo, follow at Quaz _ the motor on Twitter to be in touch with Coach Johnson. And live, you can sign us out, my brother.
It's your boy Lotta Rapper, aka Sedacious Xavier Miles. And on behalf of me and my brother, we just want to say thank you so much for continuing to be here with us. We really appreciate it. We not only do it for us, but we do it for you, that one person, whoever you are, even though you might not thinking that we're doing it every week for you, we're being consistent for you as well. You have a good night as well.
True. See you beautiful people next week. This is the Respect the Game podcast.